Hello everyone. In this video I'll be covering the playthrough for that Homebrew game that I've been created. That game is part of an ongoing series of how to create Homebrew games using Unity 5.4.1 for your modded console. And I'm going to do a playthrough of the first level. Now, if you want to create game like these, I strongly suggest you follow that series, which I am gonna pick up back. I've just delayed because of doing some research on how to implement certain requested features, such as saving games and other features. Now, being that most of these functions no longer work in Unity, I guess at some point Microsoft did some update that prevent certain features and certain classes from working in the game itself in Unity. So, for example, if I should try to use the save method, I get a bunch of errors saying that certain functions are being depreciated and no longer used. That being said, I am exploring other ways in making lesson plans, because I want to ensure that going forward everyone can follow along without running into any issue. Now we're going to go to our game itself. What I should have done, I should have copied it over, which it shouldn't take long, because playing it from the USB, the loading time does take a while, and I've noticed that. So I will drop it in this folder. No, we won't be launching it from the dashboard itself. We'll be launching it straight from File Manager. I've shown how to add it to your game library and do box art and everything. I have shown that in the tutorial series itself. But this is just an update and what I've been accomplished so far in following that series. So in that series I start from scratch with nothing, and I walk through the whole process up to this point. Now I will end up placing the mic beside the monitor so you can actually hear how the game sounds. If it gets too loud, you may want to tone down your headphones.
Alright, so now we're gonna go into our game. This is the result of the series, and this is where we reached so far, so I'm just gonna do a recap of everything. And we'll be doing a few different approaches as all this game progresses forward. So regarding saving and loading games, I've noticed that those functions have been depreciated, so I will be taking a different approach and using checkpoints.
Where? What the hell happened? Cryobase fried. I can't see a damn thing.
Vital signs. Unstable but rising. Welcome back, Operative Voss. Cryogenic interruption detected.
Yeah, no kidding. Everyone's dead.
Motion sensors report multiple biosignatures in close proximity. Classification: thralls. Unstable, erratic, and highly aggressive.
Great. Waking up to monsters. Exactly how I wanted to start my day.
You are currently unarmed. Recommend stealth, distraction, and close quarters avoidance. Your combat knife is stored in your chest compartment, deploying.
This isn't much, but it's better than nothing.
Before exit, I must update you on facility access. There are 3 known key cards stored within the station. Armory access key, blue. Sick bay access key, yellow. Research lab access key, red. All three unlock different sectors required for escape.
And where's our ride out of here?
The research lab controls the main panel that opens the shuttle bay doors. Without the red lab key, exfiltration is impossible.
Figures. Nothing's ever simple.
So one thing I do notice that we have enemies spawning outside the map and enemies walking through walls. Now there are two settings for enemies. The ones that follow the pathway won't go to the walls or door, and you have some that randomly spawn. So there's two settings. There's patrol settings and there's horde mode. So do realize that horde mode settings are for enemies that are on maps that have more of a wide environment, so no doors or walls, whereas the regular patrol works perfectly within these type of stage. And if you notice, there's a few logs when you're running and so on, and that's basically because of the texture setting. So we will be reducing a few things that are on the level itself to get things to run more smoothly. Here we have our inventory that we worked on. And you see that we got all the enemies. So we'll be going through fixing bugs, adding different levels, ways to exit levels. We'll be having checkpoints. So when you die, you start back at that checkpoints. And we'll basically be optimizing the whole game. But this is the accomplishment so far. throughout the lessons from scratch, from nothing at all to this development. So going forward, we'll be working on optimizing the stage. We'll be working on creating checkpoints. We'll be also working on going to different levels and working on a better objective. So this is the current update so far, and stay tuned for upcoming lessons as I do my best to plan different lessons to make it more educational and fun. If you have any suggestion, things that you'd like to see, just leave in the comments down below and I'll do my best to include it in whatever lesson plans I'm planning. If you'd like to see me work on a different other type of game while working on this side by side, do let me know and I'll try to be as flexible to work on a different type of game while I'm doing this series. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.